Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. Having explained different spiritual practices, the Lord now describes the attributes of the devotee. 13th Shloka. Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitraha karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukakshami. 14th Shloka. Santushtaha satatam yogi yatatma dhrudanischayah mayyarpita mano buddhiryo madbhaktaha same priyaha. Substance. Who does not hate any being, who is friendly and compassionate, who is free from attachment and egoism, who is equal minded in sorrow and happiness, who is forgiving, who is always contented, steady in meditation, who is self controlled and firm in conviction, who has surrendered his mind and intellect in me. He, such a devotee, my bhakta, is dear to me. Commentary. In 7 verses, the Lord enumerates the qualities which his devotee should possess. 35 virtues are mentioned, and the devotee who possesses them is dear to the Lord. Each one is a subject of study, and unless the sadhaka acquires perfection in all of them, he is not supposed to have passed the test of a devotee. Let no one imagine that he can bypass any one of them and get into a higher class. If man desires to cross over the ocean of samsara, free himself from sorrow and misery, he should attain perfection in these virtues, and on such a man alone descends the grace of God. God is the same to all. He does not consider anyone to be hateful or dear to him. Those who worship him with devotion, he is in them and they are in him. So, by acquiring good qualities, the devotee becomes dear to him, and the Lord confers Atmagnana on him, and by it he attains moksha. Each one of these qualities should be cultivated assiduously by the seekers. Many think that they have love for the Lord. That is not enough. They should know if they are the recipients of God's grace. They should examine themselves and find out what is standing in the way of His grace freely flowing into Him. If God's grace is obtained, everything is obtained. For His grace destroys all ignorance in a flash. The Lord is perfectly clear when He declares that only those devotees are dear to Him who possess the above mentioned qualities. Yo mad bhaktaha same priyaha. Paramatma is the goal to be attained. The path to reach the goal is sadhana, practice. Gita expounds more the practical side of sadhana than the goal to be attained. So it is known as the practical guide to self-realization. In the second discourse, the Lord has explained the nature of state of the man of steady wisdom, Sthita Prajna. Here, the nature and qualities of the devotee are stated. In the following discourse, he declares the qualities of the Gnani. The Daivi Sampad is explained, starting with Abhayam, fearlessness. In this way, the practical side of religion is frequently emphasized by the Lord in various ways. Let the aspirant think of these qualities and make them part and parcel of his life. The first is the absence of any trace of hatred towards any creature. There is no exception to this command. Love and kind feeling towards all creatures is the basic virtue of a bhakta. Santushtaha satatam. The devotee should be fully satisfied and contented. This content is the sign of imperfection. Under all circumstances, the devotee should be fully at rest and peace with himself and the world. Dhrudanischaya, firm conviction in spiritual life, is again an indispensable quality. The difficulty with most seekers is that the mind wavers in crucial moments of life. Doubt crops up about the truth as declared by the Guru and Shastras. Does God exist or not? Such doubts cut at the very root of spiritual life. Firm conviction that firm realization is the goal of life is the foundation for all growth and advancement. No doubts and surmises and speculations. All these are the tricks of avidya, which somehow tries to bring down the aspirant into the world and bind him to the wheel of samsara. Mayyarpita mano buddhihi. The mind and the intellect should be absorbed in the Lord. The intellect being the deciding power, if it is not linked to the mind, the later disintegrates with hundreds of doubts and fear. Firm decision and immovable faith are essential. 15th Shloka. Yasmano dvijate loko lokano dvijate chayah harshamarsha bhayodvegaihi mukto yah sa cha me priyaha. Substance. From whom the world people has no fear, and who from the world has no fear, who is freed from joy, envy, fear, and anxiety, he is dear to me. Commentary. Loka no dvijate. The devotee should not have any fear of the world. People may say 100 things to him and about him. He should not swerve from the path of truth and righteousness. Be fearless is the command. The Lord has already mentioned fearlessness, Vigatabhi, and declares it as Abhyam. Harsha bhayodvegaihi. To be free from these fits of joy and hatred, anxiety, fear, is to be the almost perfect in spiritual realization. All these are various mental modifications which cause misery to man. The devotee should be free from them. He should maintain equanimity of mind at all times. Samatvam yoga uchyate. 16th Shloka. Anapekshah suchirdakshah udasino gatavyatah sarvarambha parityagi yo madbhaktah same priyaha. Substance. He who is free from desire, who is pure in body and mind, who is competent and ready willed, who is unconcerned, free from anxiety and sorrow, who has renounced all sense of doership, or who has renounced all acts of desire prohibited by the Shastras, who is devoted to me is dear to me. Commentary. Suchihi, purity is many times emphasized by the Lord. The devotee should be clean in body and mind, and the place where he lives should be also clean. Such purity of body is essential for the purity of mind. Dakshaha, he should be competent and ever alert in carrying out his sadhana. A moment's negligence is enough for Maya to strike him down. Gatavyataha, anxiety and fear are the two real enemies of all men. Having taken refuge with the Lord, it would be foolish for a devotee still to be anxious and struck with fear about anything in the world. Sarvarambha parityagi. This does not mean that the devotee becomes dull and inactive. It means that he has renounced all sense of doership in all actions. Or it may mean that he has renounced all desire prompted actions prohibited by the Shastras. Having given up the feeling of doership, though he is engaged in good work, still he is one who has not done anything. 17th Shloka. Yo na hrushyati na dveshti, na sochati na kankshati, shubha parityagi, bhaktimanya same priyaha. Substance. Who is not elated, who does not hate, does not grieve, who has renounced both good and bad. He, my devotee, is dear to me. Commentary. Nahrushyati. The devotee is always calm and is not elated with pleasure or joy. Of course, joy is a good quality, but here it refers to the unbalanced fits of elation which overtake the common man when good things come to him. Joy and sorrow are the pair of opposites, dvandvaha, which stand in the way of realization. Unless the mind is freed from these pairs, firmness and self realization is impossible. Subha, Shubha Shubha Parityagi. This may give rise to a doubt for the reader. The way of the world is to give up Ashubha and hold on to Shubha. Here it is stated that both should be renounced. We must understand these statements continuously by studying the context of each of these thoughts. Here, the ultimate goal of bhakti is being declared. The final end of bhakti and gnana are the same. The perfect devotee and the perfect gnani both have their life and being in the divine, the Atma. This state is that of the Jivan Mukta, who has transcended all the modifications of the mind. In that state, the pairs of opposites like heat and cold, pleasure and pain, joy and sorrow, good and bad do not exist. Only the divine, the Atma, exists. So the perfect devotee is free from both good and bad. The seekers should take to Shubha first and eliminate Ashubha, and then both should be given up. This is the thought free Nirvikalpa state. Shubha and Ashubha drop away in the ultimate stage when only the divine appears everywhere for the perfected devotee. This is the idea of Shubha Shubha Parityagi and not giving up good and auspicious actions.